Ever since the coup, we dare not go anywhere because we fear arrest and other dangers. We don't even travel far to the rice field to plant or to harvest anymore.
So men can easily ask for higher wages. But for us women, it is not the same, because every job site already has sufficient female staff. Too many women, too little work. That's how it is.
Women in Myanmar's central dry zone are unable to travel outside of their villages for work, due to concerns for their safety as the post-coup civil war rages on, while those who do work are finding it difficult to make ends meet with wages that are far lower than those earned by men. Hello and welcome to Do Athan, a weekly podcast about human rights stories from Myanmar. It's brought to you by Fondation Hirondelle. This episode is produced by freelance journalist Esther J. In a village in Depayan Township in Sagaing Region, a group of women had gathered in the pre-dawn darkness and were talking loudly among themselves. It was July, and they were on their way to a nearby field for a day's work planting rice seedlings. They were all wearing traditional sarongs called tamain, pulled up to their knees and fastened at the waist with plastic strings to keep them from falling off. They wore rough, checkered, long-sleeved cotton shirts over their blouses. As they worked, bent over and planting the seedlings, they chatted, joked, and laughed, their voices echoing across the wide green field. Among the workers was 49-year-old Ma Shwe, who said that traveling too far beyond the confines of her village has been risky since the February 2021 military coup.
We cannot go anywhere. If there's a work in the village, we have to do it, or we will stay jobless and spend our time sitting at home. It is not easy for us to work outside our village. We are afraid to travel.
After more than 4 years of conflict, as clashes continue between junta troops and resistance fighters, people living in the war zone can no longer travel with the freedom they knew before the coup. According to women's rights activists, cases of sexual violence against women have risen since the coup, yet justice is absent. This has made travel increasingly dangerous and restrictive for women. Job opportunities have also become scarce, and women like Ma Shwe are trapped in their villages.
Ever since the coup, we dare not go anywhere because we fear arrest and other dangers. We don't even travel far to the rice field to plant or to harvest anymore. Before the coup, it was different. You could sleep anywhere, go anywhere by car or by train with no trouble. On the way, you could eat what you wanted, and on the way back, you could buy what you wanted.
In Sagaing Region Shwe and Yinmabin townships, women earn as little as 4,500 chats a day for farm work, while men earn no less than 10,000 chats for the same work. Women's pay does not even reach the junta's official minimum wage of 6,800 chats per day. Meanwhile, men are able to travel to distant places like Pakant in Kachin State and Mogok in Mandalay region for work, where they can earn more money. Even for local work like masonry or carpentry, they earn 20,000 chats per day. Ma Shwe's husband passed away 10 years ago. Her planting and harvesting work is seasonal, with jobs coming 5 times a year and lasting only a few days at a time. So she must rely on the income of her 17-year-old daughter Ma Iso, who works as a weaver. With costs rapidly increasing and income remaining low, they have to live frugally. Ma Shwe said they sometimes go 2 months without cooking any meat or fish. Meanwhile, Ma Iso misses out on the normal socializing of youth and can't even afford to buy simple items like body lotion.
Life is different now. It's nothing like before the coup. Back then, there were quite a lot of jobs. So if I work, I could spend as much as I wanted. Now there's no jobs and I cannot go outside the village. So I have no money. I cannot spend much.
Like Ma Shwe's family, another woman, Ma Phyu Phyu Win from Sagaing's Salinji township, is also burdened with debt. She owes 300,000 chats to friends for money she borrowed to buy food and other necessities. She works picking betel leaves and earns a daily wage of 5,000 chats. In Salinji and Yinma Bin's betel plantations, work is divided by gender. Women pick the betel leaves while men do the job of building the betel farm structures, for which they are paid twice the amount as Ma Phyu Phyu Win and other women. During the rice harvest, meanwhile, women are paid 7,000 chats a day, while men are paid 10,000 chats because they can carry the rice sacks. As these examples illustrate, workplaces in Myanmar divide tasks by the amount of physical strength required. Since men are considered stronger and are thought to work harder, they are paid more. Women's rights activist Ma Chaw Soo Han said that deciding salaries based on physical strength is not acceptable.
Some people say men are physically stronger and have to handle more workload. There are also questions like, are women capable of doing men's jobs? These are the kind of things we often hear. But I tell people, we are moving toward a country with equality. So everyone must have equal rights, including gender equality.
According to Ma Phyu Phyu Win, another challenge women face when asking for better pay is the large number of women in the labor force.
There are simply too many women. The ratio of female workers to available job is out of balance, so we can't ask for the same pay that the men get. Since there is a lot of work but few male workers, employers have to compete and say things like do my phone first, then his. So men can easily ask for higher wages. But for us women, it is not the same, because every job site already has sufficient female staff. Too many women, too little work. That's how it is.
She added that during the lunar months of Wazo, Wagaung, Taltalin, and Tadinjut, which are the main times of the year for the construction of frameworks to grow betel vines, the demand for male workers runs so high that they must be booked in advance. Ma Phyu Phyu Win said that with an unstable job and very low income, she can't even afford to buy the snacks her 7-year-old son begs for. Her husband was killed in December 2021 when junta troops entered their village. She now lives with her son and her sister.
It's a huge difference. Before the coup, we used to be able to buy enough rice for the whole year and cooking oil for a month. Now I can only afford to buy half a bag of rice and just an eighth of a liter of cooking oil at a time. I have to think very carefully about buying an egg or two.
Activist Ma Chaw Soo Han said that due to the coup, women's opportunities have regressed by many years.
If the coup hadn't happened, young people and women would have had so many more opportunities. Things would definitely have been much better. But because of the coup, the country has regressed, as if it has been set back to 4 or 5 decades. The situation has become considerably worse.
Meanwhile, Ma Shwe and Ma Phyu Phyu Win pray every day for the civil war crisis to end soon so they can live in peace again.
I cannot really guess what will happen, but all I want is for this situation to end quickly. Life is so hard now. It is tough to work. Traveling has become difficult, and even daily life isn't stable anymore. I believe that when this political crisis is over, life will finally be peaceful again. That's why I just wish for it to end soon.
She said that if she had some money, she would open a small shop in her village with her daughter so they could live peacefully, free from the worry of making ends meet.
That's how I want to live. I want to be able to work comfortably, make a decent living, and be at peace with my life.
Thanks for listening to this edition of Do Athan. We would welcome your feedback on social media, and please follow or subscribe to our pages. This project on human rights reporting is supported by Fundación Hirondelle with the help of our donors. You can listen to our podcasts via the Do Athan Facebook page. They can also be found on SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, and Telegram. Please tune in again next week.